On April 1, 1945, Allied forces invaded the Japanese island of Okinawa. As a last-ditch effort to save Japan, Japanese Navy commanders were assigned the responsibility of coordinating a suicide mission. The suicide mission would involve some of Japan's remaining warships, including the super battleship IJN Yamato. The original plan consisted of beaching Yamato on Okinawa and engaging in battle until her destruction. The mission was codenamed Operation Tengo. On April 6, 1945, at approximately 3:20 p.m., IJN Yamato departed Tokuyama, bound for Okinawa, commencing the suicide mission. On board Yamato during the mission were approximately 3,330 crew members. During the mission, Yamato was escorted by the light cruiser Yahagi and 8 destroyers. Meanwhile, with the help of the American submarines USS Hackleback and USS Threadfin, who were monitoring the fleet's movements, American codebreakers were able to uncover information about the convoy and its intentions. This resulted in the American Navy scheduling a large-scale air attack over the convoy for the following day. On April 7, 1945, at 12:32 p.m., American aircraft arrived over the Japanese fleet and commenced their air attack, specifically focusing on Yamato. Upon commencing the battle, 3 bombs struck the battleship's deck, killing dozens of crew members. At 12:45 p.m., the first torpedo struck Yamato on her port side. Shortly afterwards, another torpedo struck her on the port side, creating a 5-degree list to port. At 1 p.m., a torpedo struck the starboard side where Boiler Room 7 was located, killing everyone who was stationed there. Afterwards, another torpedo struck the port side, flooding Boiler Rooms 8 and 12. By that point in the battle, Yamato had a 15-degree list to port. Although her list was corrected to 5 degrees, her speed of over 20 knots had decreased to 10 knots. By 1:30 p.m., 2 more torpedoes struck the port side. At 1:40 p.m., at least 4 bombs struck the deck, causing heavy casualties. At 1:50 p.m., Yamato, who by that point was too damaged to keep performing evasive maneuvers, was struck by 3 torpedoes on the port side and 1 on the starboard side. By that point, Yamato was listing by at least 20 degrees to port. At 2:02 p.m., Yamato's commanders, Seiichi Ito and Kosaku Aruga, gave the order to abandon ship. During the final moments, fires had been raging out of control, while alarms in the Admiral's bridge had been warning the senior officers of the increasing temperatures coming from the forward main battery magazines. At 2:18 p.m., unable to leave Yamato, Admiral Ito locked himself in his room. Admiral Aruga tied himself to the ship's compass binnacle and had his messenger place a cracker in his mouth, a traditional goodbye to someone who is about to die. On the deck, dozens of crew members committed suicide since surrender and capture was dishonorable. At 2:20 p.m., Yamato finally capsized. On April 7, 1945, at 2:23 p.m., Yamato blew up and sank to the depths of the Pacific Ocean. Of the approximate 3,330 crew members on board, 3,055 of them were lost. Between the course of nearly 2 hours, Yamato had been struck by at least 11 torpedoes and 6 bombs. Before the end of the day, 5 of Yamato's 9 escorts would also join the super battleship at the bottom of the Pacific: Yahagi, Asashimo, Hamakaze, Isokaze, and Kasumi. The sinking of Yamato remains the greatest loss of life at sea on board a single warship during the Second World War. Rest in peace to all those who lost their lives 80 years ago during the destruction of Yamato on April 7, 1945. May they never be forgotten.